Hi, YouTube. My name is Heather, and I love anti-MLM content here on YouTube. Today, I'm really excited for us to watch a video from one of the top Monate reps called A Message to Those Who Gave Up. And please note, this video is from July 2021, so it is a slightly old video. I'm really excited to watch this video, and as always, please let me know what you think down below. So that is quite the YouTube intro. You can tell her house is obviously quite lovely. She has a big, nice balcony. Her furniture is nice. And in my opinion, you can tell that she is quite wealthy because she is. She is one of the few people in Monate at the very top who have made significant income from this and who became very, very wealthy.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a hot minute, but if you've been keeping up with me in social media, you know my life has been a hot mess. I'm, doing the most I can, living life.
I've said this before. I do think MLM distributors are taught to sometimes over dramatize the mess aspect of their lives. And I do know it can be genuine, but I feel like a lot of them are taught to say, oh, I'm just such a hot mess today. I forgot to feed my kids. I have 6 weeks worth of laundry in my living room that I haven't folded yet. And in my opinion, I think it's because if I can do it and I'm such a mess, then you can do it too. And there's no reason that you can't be successful. What do you think?
Life every day, but it was time to come back here. I have two amazing trainings coming up for you guys, but today I don't have much time, but there is a message I want to get across, okay? And this message is for anyone that has given up, whether you've given up going to the gym and eating healthy, whether you've given up a new project that you started, a new hobby, whether you've given up a new business, whether you've given up your Monate business. This video.
I don't appreciate the comparison between stopping a new hobby, stopping going to the gym, and leaving a potentially toxic and harmful MLM work environment where you may be being mistreated and bullied by your upline or your sideline, or where you may be losing money and putting your family into significant debt. If you leave an MLM company, it's not because you gave up. It's because you finally became cognizant of the red flags going on around you, and you were brave enough to exit a very, very toxic and abusive situation. What do you think?
Video is for you, and I know it's probably going to be really hard for you to listen to this, but I'm hoping someone sends it to you, and I just want to like shake you and give you a wake-up call, because I want to have a clean conscience that I let you guys know what you are missing out on. I think sometimes you guys need that reminder that says you are capable, you can do it, just stick it out. And it's sad to see how many people give up prematurely, okay?
In my opinion, I don't think people leave Monate because they don't think they're worthy. As I just said, I think it's because maybe someone crossed a boundary that they made, didn't respect them, is mistreating them. Maybe they did a profit loss statement and realized they're losing money. Maybe their relationship with their spouse is being strained. Maybe they miss their kids. Maybe there's countless reasons that someone may want to leave Monate, which has nothing to do with their self-confidence. And by saying that, I think this individual is invalidating very real, very serious reasons that someone may want to leave. There's also a big narrative in these companies. Just stick it out, and then you'll find your success. So people are taught to continue to stay in their company because in a year, you're going to be rich. In 2 years, you're going to be rich. And they're told you have to do short-term sacrifices in order to live the life that you want later. So we've seen across YouTube, people end up missing out on big milestones with their children, and they feel they're not being present parents because the idea of short-term sacrifice for long-term gain stays in their head, and they're never just present in their environment. They're always working as well. What do you think?
So I think the first thing is a lot of you are like misled into this business. For those of you that don't know, I mean, I do have some subscribers that don't know, but I'm in network marketing. I work with Monat. But network marketing is a very special industry, okay? You can be very successful, but it is very hard. And I feel like people are misled sometimes because they tell you it's so easy, like, come, join, you're gonna be a millionaire. Like, it's so easy. And it's not. It's
Yes, you're right. People are misled, and I'm sure you've misled people too with lifestyle claims, with income claims, where even standing in front of a yacht and saying you're thankful for your money business, that is an income claim or lifestyle claim, sorry, because those kinds of posts are insinuating that you're in front of this yacht because of your monate income. So I think she's right. And she, as a top MLM distributor, she has probably participated in those misleading activities, in my opinion.
not so easy. It is hard. It is challenging. It's simple work. The work itself is so simple. My 3 year old can do it. But it is challenging up here. It is
I hate this contradiction that's across all MLMs. It is so easy. The work is so easy, but it's hard mentally. And I think by her saying her toddler could do the MLM tasks, that's not true unless your 3-year-old knows how to write in full sentences and knows how to work social media and knows how to type and do follow ups over email and over the phone. Most 3-year-olds can't type, right? Most 3-year-olds can't talk fully yet. And so, no, your 3-year-old cannot do your monate business, and you know that. And I think you're saying that so you can go back to your distributors later and say, why are you complaining? It's so easy. My toddler could do it. And you know it's not true.
challenging because it forces you to become a better person. It forces you to go to that next level. It forces you to get uncomfortable. It forces you to do things that a regular job will not force you to do. Disclaimer before I get attacked, I have nothing against 9 to 5 jobs. I have nothing against corporate jobs. They're just not for me. I was not put in this world to have a boss. I was not put in this world to have.
You have a boss, your upline, and whatever the president's name is. That's Stuart McMillan. Sorry, I don't really know much about Monate or like who actually works in it, but this narrative is so common where I don't want a boss. I don't want to report to anyone. However, in MLM, unless you're the CEO, oh no, the CEO would report to the board. Unless you're the very, very top distributor, you technically don't report to anyone if you're the very, very first person through the door. But she reports to someone, and then her upline reports to someone, and so on and so on. So that argument doesn't make any sense.
Have a limited like potential. I was meant for more, and a lot of you out there are meant for more. Okay.
Just because you're in a 9 to 5 job doesn't mean you have limited potential. You can you can build up your resume and go somewhere else where you can have more potential. So just 9 to 5 does not equal no potential, in my opinion.
You just give up prematurely because you get scared, because you get nervous, because you're not getting results as quickly as you expected, because you go for the instant gratification versus hanging on and getting the long-term reward. Okay, you sacrifice a year, 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years of your life busting your butt for your own business and network marketing, and you will live the rest of your life like a lot of people will never have the chance to live. So reason number one why people give up is because they were misled. They thought it was going to be easy. They come in, they see it requires work, it requires growth, it requires consistency, it requires showing up, it requires leaving your comfort zone, it requires doing things you're not used to, and they're like, whoa, 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 this is too much. By the way, I'm sorry, I'm still missing a nail. This is crazy. But they're like, whoa, this is too much. I have a whole job I need to do. I have kids, I have a husband, I have a wife, I have life, right? And newsflash, I want.
That's reasonable. You're lied to get yourself through the door, to get yourself into her downline, which I bet she lies to people too. All of the top distributors are unfortunately taught to do that. And then once you come in, you realize it wasn't what you were sold. And I think it's totally fair to be like, hey, this isn't what you told me that I was doing. And to worry about how you're supposed to balance it all out. Balance everything, take care of your basic adult responsibilities, keep your children alive, be a good spouse or a good partner. I think it's fair to be worried. And so she just said news flash, and then she's going to tell us something.
I want to remind you guys, we all have life. We all have lives. We all have problems. We all have distractions. We also all have the same 24 hours in a day. But we all need to make priorities. And some people are not.
I've said this before, and G over at Gracious Expectations has said this before. That's where I got this thought from. Not everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. Let's just think of jobs right now. If you're a nurse, you could be working 12, 16-hour days. If you're a teacher, you could be working 8 hours, and then you're expected to come home and write your lesson plan. I only work 8 hours a day and then I'm done. Not everyone has that same schedule. Another thing, not everyone has the exact same responsibilities outside of work. Someone who has 4 kids above the age of 10 is going to have a different evening than someone who has 4 kids under the age of 4. That's just how life works. Certain kids need more attention than others. What if you have a child who has a disability or serious health issues or has behavioral challenges and they need more support, they need more supervision, and you can't just leave them sitting on the couch for 2 hours while you're on your team call? No, you need to be actively parenting and supporting your kid. Maybe you have responsibilities in your with your family. Maybe you're a caregiver for a sick parent or a sick sibling. Maybe you actually have health issues yourself that take up a lot of time. Maybe you're seeing specialists or you're going to physiotherapy, or I don't even know what else. Maybe something just happened in your life. Maybe you just lost a parent and you're going through a lot of challenges with trauma and grief, and you need to seek therapy, and you have less time in the evenings because of that. There are so many reasons why we all have the same 24 hours in a day statement is false and is bullshit, and we all know that. What do you think?
Not good at making priorities. Okay? What are your priorities right now? If you started this business needs to become a priority for you. I don't like calling it a side hustle, because as a side hustle, you're not going to see the results that you want to see, and therefore you're going to complain. So how
These people are recruited into your company by saying, wow, you get financial freedom by working 1 hour a day. Wow, it's so amazing. And then you come in and then you have this person at the top of the company tell you, if you work it as a side hustle, you're not going to find financial success. So that's one of the major contradictions and the bait and switches that these poor distributors face, because they think, oh, I have 6 kids under the age of 10. I don't have time, but if I can make money working 1 hour a day, I'm going to do it. And then when they come in and they realize they can't make any money working 1 hour a day, you have people like her telling you you're complaining, telling you that you need to fix your priorities. And we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and telling us, she hasn't said this yet, but telling us to be positive and just do more personal development. In my opinion, what she's saying here is very gaslighty, because people have valid reasons to be questioning things when they're lied to be recruited, and they're not complaining. They're asking questions because they were lied to. What do you think?
How many of you have started this business, you hit the ground running, you ranked up MMP, AMB, even some MMBs in the first month, the first 2 months, you completed your neighborhood, and then you disappeared? I have so many of them. I can name 10 girls right now off the top of my head that joined me within the last 6 months, kicked butt, made great money, and then just gave up. And I think about you girls all the time, and I'm like, why? Why are you taking the easy way out? Why are you letting yourself down? Why don't you believe in yourself? I know it has to.
Did you ask these women why they left, or did you just assume it's because they don't believe in themselves? Maybe there was a family issue. Maybe they had different priorities. Maybe they started school and they didn't have any time. Maybe they realized that they're not really making that much money and that's why they quit. Maybe they realize that they don't like how they're treated and people are overstepping and not respecting the boundaries that they've established. None of those things are a bad thing, but I feel like in MLM, anytime someone establishes a boundary, it's considered negative. What do you think?
To be in the back of your mind. I know you guys watch me or your upline or whoever you look up to, and you're like, damn, I wish I could have her life. I wish I could make her money. I wish I could travel as much as she does. I wish I had her team. I wish I was SCD. I wish I was MDC. You can be. But what's holding you back is that you're wishing and hoping instead of acting and doing, taking action. Why did you give?
So, are you saying that everyone can be $1 million club member if they just keep taking action? Everyone can be at the very top of the company if they just take action. We know that's false because there's literally not enough people in the world for every single MLM distributor in these companies to be at the top of the compensation plan. So we know that's not true.
Give up. Ask yourselves, why did you give up? Write down 10 reasons why you gave up. Did someone tell you you weren't good enough? Did you just get impatient? You wanted quick results and you didn't get them? Or maybe you did get results, but then when it got a little rougher, you now have a team that you have to lead, you got lazy. Maybe you didn't.
Can you imagine if you left money because, say, you're being mistreated and you're being bullied, or you're not making any money, and then you were sent this video from someone, and they're saying like, did you give up because you're lazy? Did you give up because you didn't want to lead your team? And would that like make you start to question things a little bit again and think like, should I rejoin under her? Is she right? Am I just lazy? Do I just need to stick it out and work harder? Was it my fault? Was I giving up on myself? We all know, if we're educated even just a little bit about these companies, leaving these companies is not giving up on yourself. It's putting value on your mental and physical health and well-being, and on your personal relationships with your family and your friends. I hate this narrative. You left this company because you gave up. Let's think in any other sector or context. If I left my office job, would I be seeing the top person in my job, in my organization, sit there and talk down to me and, in my opinion, politely gaslight me on YouTube, asking me why I gave up? Why would I leave this company? This would never happen anywhere else, because anywhere else, the CEO's financial success is not based on me doing my job and recruiting others to do my job. So, in my opinion, this person and other top MLM reps are upset when people leave, because that's just one less person in their downline contributing to their volume and contributing to their income. If she wasn't making money off of you in her direct downline or her downline at all, it wouldn't matter. Because MLM is a recruitment-based industry, anytime someone leaves your downline, you make slightly less money. And that's why you need to always have people lined up ready to go, because there is significant turnover in these companies. What do you think?
Establish the correct habits, the right habits. You know, this business is about habits, and having a good life is about habits. It's about the small things we do every single day. And guys, what I always say is, if you are successful in network marketing, you are a better person. Okay, this business makes us better people, more productive, more well-rounded, more open-minded, more consistent. Like, there is no losing here. You're going to grow in your company, you're going to make money, you're going to become a better person. Why did you?
This is another big narrative in MLM, that any positive change in your life is directly related to the company. She said you're going to be more consistent, you're going to be more well-rounded. Why wouldn't those changes just happen as a result of growing up and maturing, having different life experiences? Of course, it's all about the company. What do you think? In the Beachbody context, it's look, this person lost 100 pounds because of our amazing company, not because, look, this person lost 100 pounds because they pressed play every day and ate better. It's always the company, and it's the company. The company is the answer to all your problems in life, and your company is the only way you can be better.
You quit? Why? Why did you give up? You know what you have to do. If you're in our company, specifically my team, you have all the resources, you have all the training, you have all the support. Are you waiting for someone to come and do it for you? I can't tell you how many messages I get. Joe, how can I start over? Joe, how can I start over? And guys, you know I'm like tough love. I sound maybe like I'm being a little rude, but it's just how I am. And I know people are gonna do a lot with this video, but
MLM distributors seem to have a lot of pride in being tough love, and the MLM brand of tough love, in my opinion, is rude and it's condescending. A lot of the times it's gaslighting. I think her gaslighting isn't super obvious here, but in my opinion, by her telling us why we quit, why we gave up, I think that could make someone really question their own reality and question their very, very valid and significant reasons for leaving a multi level marketing company. What do you think?
it is what it is. My answer is, what do you mean, how do you start over? You know what you have to do. You need to believe in yourself, you need to set up a plan, and you need to take action. Our business is simple. If you did it once, you can do it again. And if you quit, it means you already did it once. It means you already signed up. You maybe had one market partner, maybe you had two VIPs, maybe you ranked up to MMP. Why did you give up? Do you think that maybe you don't deserve it? Can you not picture yourself being more successful, living a better?
I don't understand the are you afraid of success thing. I don't think anyone's afraid of being successful in their job and making more money. Everyone wants to feel like they're successful. And she said, you think you didn't deserve it? No, I think that people may leave Monat because they realize they deserve better. They realize that they deserve to be paid their worth and be compensated for their time. And they deserve to have leisure time where they can relax and unwind with their family and friends. What do you think?
Better life? Guys, I want to be that reminder that you deserve more. I want to remind you to stop being a
You deserve more than being in someone's downline and being seen as a dollar sign and not as a human.
quitter. Don't do it for your upline. Don't do it for your sideline. Don't do it for your team. Do it for you. The
Unfortunately, if you were to rejoin under your same upline, it's not going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your upline because you're going to be contributing to their volume.
only person you are failing by quitting is yourself. Remember, everything gets hard.
Sorry, I keep pausing. She is saying so much here. You're not failing yourself when you're quitting an MLM. You are putting yourself, your mental and physical health and well-being as at the top, as a top priority. And you're prioritizing your relationships and your work-life balance when you leave an MLM. And if anyone happens to see this who left an MLM or wants to leave an MLM, you did the right thing, or you will be doing the right thing, and it will only benefit you to leave this toxic environment, even if it seems like it's not going to right now. It's a very hard thing to leave an MLM because people become reliant on their teams for connection, for support, and people think if they just, as I said, stick it out long enough, they will find the same levels of success as their uplines. And unfortunately, that's not true in this business structure.
Harder before it gets better. And something I always say is, if you can't handle the hard, the struggle, the hard work, then you don't deserve the good, the easy, the rewards, the riches. It's a
The riches? Are we pirates? Why are we talking about riches?
it's a process. It's a journey. So why did you quit? Notice I keep asking you that because I want you guys to think about it and write it down and then read your answers and what's the word I'm looking for? Reflect. Do they make sense? Do these answers have substance to them? Or did you let fear win?
I think any answers that an adult gives for stopping to do something make sense and has substance to them, because part of the joy of having a fully developed adult brain means that we're able to think through our decisions and we're able to think rationally. So if someone was able to get out of their MLM business, they were thinking rationally. They probably realized that something was off. They started to be more aware of the red flags and they made the right decision. So, any reason you have for leaving an MLM is valid and makes sense.
How many times have you told me, if you're my direct or your upline, this time I'm serious. I'm starting over. I'm taking it serious. I tell people, don't tell me, show me. So many people can talk the talk. Very few can walk the walk. Everyone can walk the walk, but very few are willing to put in the work that's needed to get there. So why? Why did you go for a plan B and for a plan C? Why did you decide to get 3 part-time jobs instead of dedicating time to your business? Because this
Well, because in MLM, your income is never guaranteed, and you could work 60 hours in a week and make $100 if you're lucky. And people have bills to pay, they have to feed their children. They would like to remain housed. They need to clothe themselves and their children. So that's why people are working multiple jobs instead of working their MLM business, where chances are they're not going to make any money.
this is breaking you into the person you're meant to be, because it is encouraging you and pushing you to grow and to become that next best version of yourself. Guys, it is a win-win. And if you are part of our company, our team, any network marketing company, I hope really, it's all about personal development, growth, encouragement, passion, community, gratitude.
So, in my opinion, I think that kind of statement is trying to divert the attention from your lack of income and maybe you're being mistreated by your upline to just focus on the personal development. Don't focus on maybe you being bullied. Don't focus on you going into greater debt. Focus on the person you're becoming. Focus on all of these books you bought for this useless motivational garbage that is just self indoctrinating yourself. Think of that instead. What do you think?
How are you going to leave something so good behind? You are doing yourself a disservice. You had gold in your hands and you let it go. And I'm telling you, it's never too late to come back. But if you're watching this and you were thinking about quitting, don't quit, because it's 20 times harder when you come back. But it's never too late to come back. Okay? If you got 9 minutes in,
Think of her motive. I should have said this at the beginning. She doesn't, not just her, uplines like this don't truly care about your well being. They want you back in the company so you can continue to contribute to their paycheck, in my opinion.
I wanted to keep this like to 5 minutes because I know you guys are probably like, oh, hello, I quit for a reason, but whatever. If you got this far, it means you're still somewhat interested. If you still watch our stories, it means you're still somewhat interested. Why did you leave?
That's not necessarily true. I'm watching this because I'm fascinated by the psychology of MLM and the attempted indoctrination that occurs that starts from CEOs and corporate employees and makes its way down to the top MLM reps and then the members of their downline. I don't watch this because I want to join you. I watch it because it's fascinating in a really terrifying and scary way, potentially.
The next thing I'll tell you is stop expecting for people to want it more for you, to believe more in you than you believe in yourself, to do the work for you. The only one that can save you here is yourself. You need to believe in yourself more than anyone believes in you. You need to put in the work more than anyone will do the work for you. Stop expecting and stop assuming and do the work. It is never too late.
Why are you assuming people who leave this toxic, potentially abusive environment are not doing the work? I feel like a lot of people in MLMs tried their best, did exactly what their upline said, made all the sacrifices they had to, and still did not see any level of financial success because the system is not set up for the majority of people to make good money.
if you're in our company, specifically in Monat, guys, we are just getting better. We are just getting stronger. We are expanding. We have new countries. We have new products. You were part, or are still part, or can be a part of one of the best things going on right now. It is literally a revolution. Why are you giving?
That reminds me of that comment on the Carl Deichler video I made a long time ago where someone said he's making it seem like a social movement. And then this person saying Monat is a revolution. An MLM company is not a revolution. It's a fraudulent business structure in which the vast majority of people lose money or make no money every single month. And these people become indoctrinated with the group think and think that they have to stay in this structure because if they just stay in long enough, they're going to find the same level of financial success as people like this who are millionaires because of their company.
Up on yourself? Okay, ask yourself that question, write it down, reflect on it, and if you need to go back to your upline and talk to them, if you need to even come to me, you can send me a message on Instagram. I'm willing to hear you out, but I am not willing to fix your problems for you because no one fixed my problems for me. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop being a victim. Take action and get.
A lot of people in multi-level marketing companies are victims of being mistreated, of attempted brainwashing, of bullying, and they are victims. So I don't appreciate people telling someone to not be a victim when they were a victim of significant mistreatment.
The change you want. Only you can do that for yourself. You'll have the support, the training, the guidance, the motivation. But if you don't want it for yourself, it is never going to happen. So, to all my, I don't want to say quitters, but to all my quitters, give yourself a second chance. I want you back. You should want yourself back. You should want to give yourself a second chance. And guys, if you know me and if you've been mentored by me or you've gotten on my calls, you know I'm the first one that says, don't beg anyone. It's easier to give birth than revive the dead. And I stand by that.
It's easier to give birth than revive the dead. So she's saying it's easier to sign up a new person than try to get an old person to sign up. I think that's a weird way to talk about other people. I would not appreciate if I was a new member of her downline or an old or someone who left and is thinking about coming back. And she said, don't revive the dead. I would feel weird about that. I was thinking, like, I'm a human. Don't refer to me as reviving the dead. That's weird. I don't like that. What do you think?
I'm not here to beg anyone, but I feel like this is a message that a couple of you need to hear because maybe just no one has reminded you that you're capable. Maybe no one has reminded you of what you had and you let go. Maybe no one has reminded you that it's not meant to be super easy. If it was super easy, everyone would be a millionaire. If it was super easy, we wouldn't appreciate it the way we do. So give it some thought. I look forward to hearing from some of you. And if you are in the business and you're working the business and you heard me speak for 12 minutes about quitters, maybe there is someone you want to send this video to, someone you believe in, someone you know has potential, someone that deserves to be here but needs that extra push. This is me giving you that push. And this is all I'll ever do because I can't do your business for you. But I'm here to remind you that you left something good behind. I'm here to remind you that it's never too late to come back. I'm here to remind you that if you did it once, you can do it again. I'm here to remind you that only you have control of your life. What are you doing with it? What plan B?
If people are leaving their MLMs, they're doing what's best for them and they're finding an employment opportunity that values their time by compensating them for it and values their mental and physical well-being by giving them some form of work-life balance where they can clock out, leave the office, leave the warehouse, and just leave work at work and go home and be with their family and their friends.
C or D are you settling for because you're too coward to go after your plan A that we've shown you works, that you felt it for yourself? Give yourself that chance. I love you guys. Thanks.
Do you love them? Because like a breath ago, you just said that we're cowards if we quit. I think this is a good example of very toxic communication styles in MLM, where people will just, in my opinion, calling someone a coward is bullying them, is mistreating someone. They'll go from mistreating someone to saying you love them and probably confusing people's emotions and thinking, I don't like being talked to like that. What's going on? And then in the next breath, they're getting praised. People are telling them they love them. And I think that's probably a really confusing switch in someone's mind. And I don't really know what else to say about that. I think that's pretty manipulative to go from insulting someone to praising them in like one sentence. You make that change. What do you think?
Thanks for the support always. I hope to hear some amazing success stories. Some of the best success stories I have are from people that quit and realized it and came back. So maybe you can be that next one. Stay safe out there. Make yourself proud. And I look forward to hearing from some of you soon.
So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'd love to hear what you think about this topic and about the idea of anyone who quits an MLM is a quitter. They don't believe in themselves, they're limiting their potential, they left gold behind, and they need to come back so they can fulfill their full potential, make all the money, be a happy, fulfilled, improved person. What do you think? So that's all I have for today. And please let me know your opinions on this topic down below. Bye.